हेलो एवरीवन, वार्म वेलकम टू टेस्ट बुक सुपर कोचिंग। मेरा नाम है माधव अरोड़ा। मैं आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं एक सीरीज में जिसका नाम है बेसिक्स ऑफ फाइनेंस। जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर आरबीआई ग्रेड बी एग्जामिनेशन, फाइनेंस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सेगमेंट ऑफ योर एग्जाम, क्योंकि ये जो फाइनेंस टॉपिक है it is important for your phase 1 because majority questions in the phase 1 which will be related to current affairs are asked from the financial sector. Then obviously phase 2 के लिए तो finance holds an importance along with the other subjects, but most importantly finance is important for interview as well. अगर हम RBI की बात करें, RBI is a financial organization, and if you are preparing for a financial organization, undoubtedly you must be aware of this finance segment because many questions are asked from the same topic in your examination. So before we start the discussion, may I have a reply in the comment section? Are we good to go so that we can begin the discussion without any further delay? Are we good to go so that we can begin the discussion without any further delay? Quickly everyone, please reply in the comment section. Now, today we have a very important topic to discuss, and that is the function of RBI. Before I run, or I would say I jump to the functions of RBI, let's try to understand some basic information related to RBI. Whenever we talk about Reserve Bank of India, so Reserve Bank of India was set up on 1st of April 1935, and it is termed as the central bank of the country. Now the question is, sir, do India alone possess the central bank? No, that's not true. Every nation out there, or majority nations out there, they have their organization which is known as central bank. Now the question is, which organization is known as the central bank? So central bank term is given to the organization which is responsible for printing and issuing of currency. For printing and issuing of currency, first point. Secondly, the organization which is responsible for maintaining the forex reserves, and the organization which is responsible for financial and monetary stability. So from day one, when RBI was set up, RBI was given these functions, or RBI is performing these functions, that is printing. Not from day one, printing, RBI started printing after few years once it was set up, but from day one, RBI was responsible for financial and monetary stability, and over the period of time, RBI is now responsible for printing, issuing, and maintaining the forex reserves. Got it? Now, the next point is, whenever we talk about RBI, so it was established under its own act, which is RBI Act 1934, and RBI started its operation on 1st of April 1935 with an initial capital of 5 crores. When RBI was set up, it was set up with an initial investment of 5 crores, and remember that when RBI was set up at that time, it was a private bank. That means investment was done by the private investors, and that is the reason we call it as a private bank. Later on, RBI was nationalized. That means it was taken over by Government of India under Transfer of Public Ownership Act. And since 1st January 1949, RBI was nationalized, and the 100% shareholding of RBI was taken by Government of India. And right now, it is a government-owned organization. If I talk about RBI, sir, RBI is an institution of national importance, and it is one of the important pillar of the Indian economy, as it is the apex authority of the country. RBI is termed as an independent body which operates with the help of its central board of directors, which include governor, then we have 4 deputy governors, and we have 4 directors of the local boards. If I talk about RBI local boards, or RBI possess its local board in the metro cities. One is in New Delhi, then we have in Mumbai, then we have in Kolkata and Chennai. So these local boards, they have directors, and the directors of these local board, or I would say one director each of these local boards, are the members of central board of directors who are responsible for day-to-day operations of RBI. So governor, deputy governor, as well as the 4 directors of Local board, they are responsible for the day-to-day operations, for the day-to-day management, for the day-to-day execution of RBI operations. Now let's jump to the functions of RBI. Undoubtedly, sir, RBI is responsible to perform n number of operations, we know that. But out of those, one of the important operation is printing of currency. So today I have a question for you. According to you, RBI print limited or unlimited currency? Just give me the answer. RBI is liable to print limited or unlimited currency. What will be your answer? What will be your answer? Your answer will be obviously, sir, RBI will print limited currency, or RBI is printing limited currency only. But my question is, do RBI possess power to print unlimited currency? What will be your answer? I don't know whether you know the answer or not, but according to me, my answer would be RBI possess the power, RBI के पास ये power है कि RBI unlimited currency print कर सकता है, but honestly RBI unlimited currency print करता नहीं है. अब क्वेश्चन ये है कि सर अगर RBI unlimited currency print कर सकता है, then that should be done. Then that must be done. If RBI is printing unlimited currency, तो वो तो बहुत beneficial है. कैसे? आइए जरा समझते हैं इस पॉइंट को. ध्यान से देखिएगा. Can I say that if I increase money supply in your pocket, अगर मैं आपकी पॉकेट में मनी सप्लाई बढ़ा दूं, if I increase money supply in your pocket, सोचकर बताना, will your demand will increase or not? ये तो वो बात हुई कि आप रात को सोए, सुबह उठे तो आपको 1 करोड़ की लॉटरी लगी. जैसे ही आपको 1 करोड़ की लॉटरी लगी तो इट्स क्वाइट ऑब्वियस आपकी जो डिजायर्स थी, आपकी जो इच्छाएं थी, अब वो इच्छाएं क्या बन जाएंगी? डिमांड. दैट मीन्स नाउ यू हैव डिजायर, along with that you have the adequate money supply and you are willing to pay, which will become demand. अब एक बात समझिए, जब भी कभी मनी सप्लाई इंक्रीज होगी, डिमांड इंक्रीज होगी. अब डिमांड को इंक्रीज होता देख क्या होगा? सर डिमांड को इंक्रीज होता देख जो हमारे प्रोडक्शन हाउसेस हैं या जो हमारे प्रोड्यूसर्स हैं, अगर डिमांड इंक्रीज होगी तो वो भी क्या करेंगे? अपनी प्रोडक्शन को इंक्रीज करेंगे. Why they are increasing the production? Sir, if they will increase the production, उनकी सेल बढ़ेगी, उनके प्रॉफिट्स बढ़ेंगे. अब अगर वो अपनी प्रोडक्शन को इंक्रीज करेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली आपकी इकोनॉमी में गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज की सप्लाई क्या हो गई? इंक्रीज हो गई. द गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज सप्लाइड इन योर इकोनॉमी विल इंक्रीज. सही. अब अगर आपकी इकोनॉमी में गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज की सप्लाई इंक्रीज हो गई तो इट्स क्वाइट ऑब्वियस एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी तो इंक्रीज होंगी. व्हेनेवर डिमांड increases, it results in increase in production, and whenever production increases, in order to achieve the new production targets, you need labor, and if you need labor, that means employment opportunities will increase. As well as if goods and services are increasing, then it's quite obvious GDP of the country will increase. And if employment opportunities are increasing, that will result in increase in per capita income of the country, as well as it will result in increase in living standards of the public. Living standard of the public. Say yes or no. Story समझ आई? How many of you are clear with the story? I'll repeat it again. Please pay attention. What I'm trying to say is, I'm saying if money supply increases, undoubtedly demand will increase. अगर आपकी पॉकेट में मनी सप्लाई इंक्रीज हो गई तो डिमांड भी क्या होगी? इंक्रीज होगी. अब अगर डिमांड इंक्रीज होगी तो डिमांड को इंक्रीज होता देख प्रोडक्शन हाउसेस क्या करेंगे? सर दे विल ट्राई टू इंक्रीज देयर प्रोडक्शन सो दैट दे कैन अर्न मोर प्रॉफिट. इफ दे आर ट्राइंग टू इंक्रीज देयर प्रोडक्शन, फॉर दैट दे नीड मोर लेबर. More labor means employment opportunities will increase, employment in the country will increase, unemployment will decrease, and if employment is increasing, it will result in increase in income. अगर income increase होगी तो it's quite obvious आपके जो living standards हैं वो भी क्या होंगे? Increase. On the other side, if goods and services which is supplied in the economy is increasing, it will result in increase in GDP. Now say yes or no. if this story is clear to you. Then I will come up with a very important question for everyone. If this story is clear, just give me yes sir in the comment section. Then I'll ask you a question and let's see how many of you will answer the question which I'm going to ask, which will help you to understand how RBI decide that what value of currency is need to be printed every year. Clear? Okay. If it is clear, then I have a question for you. And my question is, if RBI is printing authority and if RBI is printing unlimited currency, and trust me, RBI has this power as per the RBI Act that RBI can print unlimited currency. So if RBI is printing unlimited currency, it will result in unlimited demand. Unlimited demand results in unlimited production. Unlimited production results in unlimited goods and services. Unlimited goods and services result in unlimited GDP, and India will become the largest economy of the world with highest GDP on the first rank. It will result in n number of employment opportunities, which will result in increase in income, and the living standard of the country will increase. Say yes or no. If that is the case, then RBI should print unlimited currency. If RBI can print unlimited currency, sir, then according to me, RBI should print unlimited currency, which will result in overall growth as well as development of the economy. Say yes or no. Say yes or no. Do you agree? Do you agree with the point that RBI should print unlimited currency? Because if RBI is printing unlimited currency, it will result in increase in what? Sir, it will result in increase in overall production. If overall production is increasing, it will result in increase in GDP. And if GDP increases, the economy start developing and India will become a developed economy. Yes or no? If you agree, then let's make a call to our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. And I'll make a call to our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and ask him, sir, I have a suggestion. What is the suggestion? The suggestion is, sir, you should start a new scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Suitcase Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Suitcase Yojana. What does the Suitcase Yojana basically means? Sir, it basically means that please, sir, make a call to RBI Governor Dr. Shaktikanta Das and ask him to print unlimited currency. And you get that unlimited currency, pack it in a suitcase, and let's say the value of currency in a suitcase is 10 lakh rupees. So get n number of these 10 lakh rupees of suitcases and then distribute it not to everyone, but at least to all those who are below poverty line. To all those who are below poverty line. Got it? Got it? Okay. The moment they started, this Yojana was implemented, BPL, below poverty line public, was getting these suitcases. Then an individual asked me, so why you are asking or why you have implemented this particular scheme? What will be my answer? My answer is, so what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to increase the money supply in the market. The moment money supply in the market increases, it will result in increase in demand. The moment demand increases, it will result in increase in production. The moment production increases, it results in increase in supply of goods and services. The moment supply of goods and services increases, it results in increase in GDP, as well as it results in increase in employment opportunities. It results in increase in income, and this will result in achieving a target that India will be a developed economy. India will be a developed economy. Everyone was listening to my words, but there was one individual who was very brilliant in economics. He said, this is wrong. The entire structure is wrong. The reason behind is production will depend on demand. There is no doubt in that. Whenever demand increases, we will try to increase the production. But production do not depend on demand alone. Production depends upon goods and services. That means production depends upon the resources. Production depends upon the resources. As we all know that resources are limited, whether they are natural or man-made resources. If we have limited resources, then production will increase, but it will increase up to a limit. Supply will increase, but it will increase up to a limit. GDP will increase, but it will increase up to a limit. Employment opportunities will increase, but it will increase up to a limit. Income will increase, but it will increase up to a limit. And beyond that, the moment available resources are utilized to increase the supply, now demand is still increasing, but supply is limited. The moment I say supply is limited, this means demand is increasing on one side and on the other side supply is limited. And whenever demand is greater than supply, it will result in increase in price. And whenever the price rises, that results in what? Inflation. And if unlimited currency is printed in the economy, in the initial days, undoubtedly demand will increase. With increase in demand, production increases, but after a certain point, production becomes stagnant, supply is limited, prices start increasing, and it results in inflation. And due to high inflation, the economy will become unstable, and that is the reason RBI cannot print unlimited currency. Now, the question is, sir, how RBI decide that what amount of currency is to be printed, what amount of currency is need to be printed? Then what will be the answer? So the answer to this question is, I would say there are many factors. Which define or which are responsible to decide what value of currency is to be printed, which include your inflation targets, which include n number of I would say factors. But out of all those factors, one of the important factor is, or the factor which I am going to relate with you is, please pay attention, that is GDP growth estimates. What I'm trying to say is, that if in the upcoming year, India is expecting its GDP can increase by 10%, that means total goods and services which are going to be produced in the country are going to increase by 10%, which means we have resources 10% extra in comparison to the current scenario. 10% extra in comparison to the current scenario. Now, if RBI prints more currency, that is, if earlier the currency was 100 in the economy, now RBI has printed 10 rupees more, that means RBI has increased the money supply by 10%. Undoubtedly, demand will increase by 10%. With increase in demand, supply may not increase simultaneously, and if supply is not increasing for a time being, for a short term, then I consider that supply is limited for short term, and this will result in inflation. But over the period of time, maybe in a week or so, the moment this demand is increasing, due to this demand, what will happen? So due to this demand, production will increase. And why production increases? Because we have the extra resources. So due to these extra resources, production increases, and this increase in production results in increase in GDP. That means the growth estimates can be achieved. We can achieve the growth estimates only if we increase the demand, only if we increase the production, then only we can achieve the growth estimate targets. Now production increases. With increase in production, employment opportunity increases and income of the country increases. So keep this point in mind that RBI has a power to print unlimited currency, but RBI do not print unlimited currency. RBI always prints a limited currency, and this limit is decided on various factors which involve inflation, GDP growth estimates, and import, export, and many more. But if I take out one or two factors which majorly impact the decision of RBI to print currency for the upcoming financial year, that is GDP growth estimates and inflation. So if we have the GDP growth estimate, that means in the next year in India, we can expect increase in overall production by 10%. In order to achieve that increase in production, अब प्रोडक्शन कब होगा? जब डिमांड होगा. डिमांड कब होगा? जब पैसा होगा. तो सबसे पहले क्या करो? 10% पैसा मार्केट में बढ़ा दो. जैसे ही आपने 10% पैसा मार्केट में बढ़ाया, मार्केट में डिमांड 10% बढ़ गई. जैसे मार्केट में डिमांड 10% बढ़ी, अब डिमांड को बढ़ता देख प्रोड्यूसर्स क्या करेंगे? प्रोड्यूसर सप्लाई को बढ़ाएंगे. सप्लाई बढ़ाने के लिए क्या चाहिए? रिसोर्सेज, और रिसोर्सेज ऑलरेडी है, क्योंकि हमने पहले एस्टिमेट कर लिया था कि सर जीडीपी आपकी कंट्री की इंक्रीज होगी बाय 10%. इसका मतलब इंडिया में वो 10% की जो एक्स्ट्रा रिसोर्सेज की रिक्वायरमेंट है वो है. तो रिसोर्सेज थी, डिमांड बढ़ गई, रिसोर्सेज की वजह से सप्लाई बढ़ी, सप्लाई की बढ़ने की वजह से जो जीडीपी का हम एस्टिमेट लगा रहे थे कि जीडीपी 10% बढ़ेगी, वो एक्चुअली 10% बढ़ गई. हमारी प्रोडक्शन 10% बढ़ गई, हमारी एम्प्लॉयमेंट 10% बढ़ गई, हमारा इनकम ओवरऑल 10% बढ़ गई. सो बेसिकली डिपेंड्स ऑन two major factors. One is GDP growth estimates and the inflation. Along with the other factors, मैं बार बार बोल रहा हूं कि सिर्फ ये दो फैक्टर्स ही नहीं है, बस मैंने काफी सारे फैक्टर्स में से दो मेजर फैक्टर्स को निकालकर आपके सामने पुट कर दिया in order to understand how RBI print currency. So RBI print limited or unlimited currency. What will be your answer? Sir, RBI prints limited currency. Can RBI print unlimited currency? Yes, sir. RBI can print unlimited currency, but why RBI is not printing unlimited currency? It will result in excess of inflation. It will result in monetary and financial instability of the economy. And in order to overcome all this situation, RBI always prints a limited currency, and this limit is decided on the basis of GDP growth estimates as well as the controlled inflation rates of the country. So remember that. RBI prints limited currency, and how this limit is decided, I am pretty sure this is clear to you. If you want to understand all your RBI related concepts in same depth, then you must join our Lakshya Foundation batch, which is for RBI Grade B 2025. In order to enjoy maximum discount, use code MADHAV. Use the code Madhav, MADHAV. I can assure you, you will be getting maximum discount. And the way I have explained you this particular function, I will be explaining all the functions, all the important concepts in much detail. ये तो सिर्फ trailer है. If you want to cover the things in more and more detail, you must join this batch where we will be discussing each and every topic in much detail. If you have enjoyed the session, do let me know in the comment section. I will be catching you all in the upcoming sessions to go. Today at 10 p.m. you have a session on testbook.com, and this is a master class where I will be discussing one of the important function of RBI, that is RBI is responsible to manage the forex reserve. Do you know that exchange rate of currency, that means today we have 80 rupees is equals to $1, and maybe tomorrow morning 79.50 rupees is equals to $1, and maybe tomorrow evening it's 81 rupees per dollar. Have you ever given a thought that how exchange rate changes, or what are the reasons behind change in exchange rate, or due to what all factors these exchange rate change? If you want to know the answer, do join today 10 p.m. on testbook.com or the Testbook application masterclass by Madhav Sir, where I will be discussing RBI's next function, that is RBI is manager of forex reserves. Important area which I will be discussing is that is how exchange rate is decided, what are the factors on which this exchange rate is decided. Thank you so much for joining. We'll catch you in the next session. Don't forget to hit the like button to share the session. And if you're joining us for the very first time, do subscribe our YouTube channel in order to assure your selection for RBI Grade B 2025. Thank you so much. Good luck. God bless you.